Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, with you tuning in to your community station in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM. We welcome you all back to our program, as well as us tuning in through our online affiliates around the world. We're glad to have all of you with us as well. We're excited to welcome Sherry Henderson to our program during this segment to talk to us not only about what it's been like for her as a playwright to be able to bring stories to life, but also to be able to see the way that people are responding not only to the entertainment value, but also to the messages as well. If you're just not hearing about Sherry, we'll tell you at the end of our program how you all can stay connected with her. But Sherry, hello to you and welcome to the show.
Thank you, Cyrus. I'm glad to be on the show. I feel like I'm rising now. I'm getting an actual interview. So I'm happy to talk about it.
Yeah, well, look, I'm glad to be able to speak with you. Well, Sherry, the great thing about what you've been able to do is we are bringing 2017 to a close. You have definitely been busy. As I said, you've been able to not only to be able to have an idea, but actually see that idea come to life. I mean, what has that been like for you, Sherry, to kind of reflect on what you've been able to accomplish, and think about how all the hard work is paying off for you?
Yeah, you take a concept, and I don't want to mislead anybody. It's not an easy thing. You can have a thought or a concept, but it takes a lot of hard work, and there are ups and downs. People will be with you, and if it doesn't look like it's going the way they think it should go or go as fast or have that right timing, then they'll drop off. But I feel blessed that I've had a concept and I've been able to see it come to fruition. I've been in the industry now for about 10 years, and I started off very small in doing church shows, but people enjoyed them so much. We would have standing room only, and then I went to a larger venue, and it kind of grew from there, developed a following, but it was not easy. Like I say, 10 years later, I'm getting ready to do a major production, and I'm excited about it.
Right. And I think, you bring up a really good point. I mean, there are so many people who talk about what they want to do or what they're going to do. It's a very select group that actually is out there doing it, actually doing the work, not knowing what's going to happen, but willing to take the chance. When did you first realize that your vision was worth taking the chance, Sherry?
Well, a few years ago, I did a show, and it did not do well. And many people have that story. The audience, the capacity, we were about 50 to 75% capacity on each night, and I took a serious loss. I invested everything that I had into the show, and I didn't see that I didn't even break even. Let me say that. I went into the hole. Seriously, I lost things. But, and I felt like giving up. I felt like, when you start to lose things, I say that's a wake-up call. That means, this is not for you if it's not working. But I had many people reach out to me and tell me how what I had written changed their life. And I thought of it in that way. If something I'm doing is creating a positive impact on our community, on people, on families, on relationships, this is something worth pursuing. I just have to figure out a way to not lose, and I have to look at it from a business perspective, not just the art of what I'm doing, but now I have to look at the back end, the administrative end of the business. And so I did more research on how to make that happen. But it was basically the testimonies of what people enjoyed about the show and how it impacted their lives. That was the driving force of me going forward, along with my family and my friends who were there to support me to say, yes, you have what it takes. This is better than what I've seen out here from bigger people. So keep going. Yeah. And so it was that kept me moving when I could have very well given up.
Right. And I think that is such a big thing. And then, too, realizing that you have not given up the inspiration. And I think that's the other thing. It's one thing for you to have your own vision and your own thing that you're pursuing. It's a totally different thing to be able to inspire someone else. And to let them know what's possible. I mentioned to you that I'm staying connected with you, as many people are, through social media, through Facebook. You have a Facebook page, Sherry Henderson Entertainment. We'll remind our audience a little bit later. On October the 3rd, Sherry, you posted something I wanted to share and talk to you about. And you posted this: okay. Nothing great comes easy. It takes hard work. And I think that's the thing that people aren't willing to invest in. They think, oh, I have this idea, I'm this talented, people are just going to come to me. But you definitely have realized that it takes hard work on your part. But I want to talk about the hard work paying off on two respects. One, not only are you able to have audiences that appreciate your work, but also, Sherry, what does it feel like to be able to give an opportunity to the actors and to allow them that opportunity to showcase their talent?
Oh, it feels great. You know what? It's an amazing feeling to be able to give someone an opportunity, especially on the level of some of the actors that are going to be a part of my project. I never thought in a million years that I would have an audience with some of these people. Never thought that. Never, ever. 2-3 years ago, I would have never thought I'd be here right now. So for these actors to say, yes, I want to be a part of it, and thank you for the opportunity, but deep inside, I am the one who is appreciative that they see enough in this project to even want to be attached to it. So I am humbled by just by them wanting to be a part of it.
Right. And I think that's the thing, and I think that's something that all of us can be able to learn from. For those who are just tuning in, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. I'm excited to speak with playwright Sherry Henderson today. We're talking with her not only about what it's been like for her to do what she loves when it comes to bring stories to life for stage, but also, of course, the satisfaction she has of being able to use her own gifts. You know, fear is one of those things that we've been tackling a lot this year, Sherry, on the program. One of the hashtags we use on social media a lot is faith over fear. And I think a lot of times it's not easy because there's so much that's unknown, right? I mean, we know what we bring to the table. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to be sitting in those seats. You don't know what the people on the stage are going to do. How does it feel, though, for you to not allow fear to control you? How has that helped you to just bring your best and to realize that, that the important thing is to have the faith that everything else will come together?
Every day is faith. I mean, to get up and to go to a job, you're not guaranteed anything. You can walk out the door and something happens. So everything is a faith walk. I have that or I have nothing, because if I let fear drive me, then I would just stay inside or not reach out to do anything. I mean, it takes faith for everything, to have relationships. It takes faith to just, believe in yourself sometimes. And so without it, I could not do anything. So I can't let fear drive me. And I feel that divinely speaking, I receive inspirations, things around me, messages around me that show me to keep moving forward, doors of opportunity that will present themselves, and I'll say this is a sign, it has to be something greater that is happening, and I keep moving forward. I'm not going to say that I don't get scared. It is very scary to do something great, but to keep moving forward, and there's always something that will happen around me to show me to keep moving forward. So then I don't operate in fear, because there's always a sign. Signs are always around us. It's just about, if you see them, open your eyes and to believe in what and have faith in who you are. You have to have faith in who you are if no one else does. You have to encourage yourself if no one else does. So I do that. I take all that in, and I have to continue to inspire myself along with inspiring other people with what I'm doing. So no, I cannot let fear drive me, because if you let fear take control, you won't do anything.
Right. You just said something, and we're going to definitely tweet this out, Sherry, because I think it's a great thing for to remember that, there's going to be fear when doing something great. And I think that's the thing. If you were playing it safe, there would be no fear. Because that's what happens with so many people. They're willing to play it safe. Right, exactly. And I think that in itself says a lot. So when you hear from people that you've not only been able to entertain them through your work, but inspire them through your example, how does that make you feel about what you're doing?
It makes me feel like I have purpose. It makes me feel like I feel good about myself, that I can inspire other people with my work, and that God gave me a talent where I can utilize that to help others in any type of capacity. I mean, it's uplifting, inspirational. There's messages within the project that may help people move forward in life, seek out their dreams. Even if they're looking at my life story, then they may say, well, hey, she did it, I can do it. Any of that, use any of that, and any of that that's used, I feel like I have purpose. And everyone, at the end of the day, people want to know that they're here for a reason. And I encourage people to seek out what their purpose is. It's there. Use whatever you have, whatever gifts you have, whatever talents you have, and use them, because it is your purpose. You have those gifts and talents for a reason. And so I just love that I'm able to help other people. And I never thought I would. There were years where I thought I didn't have purpose. And then all of a sudden, this began to grow for me, writing and putting it on a stage and expanding my audience and the people that I would showcase my product to, and then getting the feedback that it did something for them. It's an amazing feeling.
And I tell you, and it's only going to continue for sure. So we talk a lot on this program about the what's next, Sherry. I mean, I have, and I've been very open and honest with my audience about the tug of war I feel sometimes of trying to appreciate the moment and where I am today. But, as human beings, we're always thinking about, okay, what's next?
Right.
For you, the what's next is big. I was noticing on, Sherry Henderson Entertainment, the Facebook page, and for those who are not following Sherry there, is S. Henderson ENT is where you all can find her there on Facebook. So make sure you all are following the Facebook fan page. Already hundreds have joined her there. I mean, you are gearing up for a very big production. What can you tell us about the upcoming project?
Yes, the project is called One Harlem Night, and it's a musical jazz thriller about a singing group who's trying to get their big break in Harlem in the 1920s by running a small nightclub. And all is well until a new singer joins the group and infiltrates the group for their own reasons. This show is going to be amazing. It's filled with suspense. It's filled with drama. There's some comedic relief. I mean, it's just everything all wrapped up in one. And the show will have various styles of dance in it. It'll have different jazz standards in it. So anyone who is a jazz lover would love the show, but not just jazz lovers. I mean, if you like gospel, if you like R&B, if you like classical music, it's all wrapped up in this show. It's going to be directed by two Broadway veterans, Mr. T. Oliver Reed, who's known for Peter Pan Live, and he's in a new hit Broadway show, Once on This Island, and it'll also be directed by Mr. Brian Harlan Brooks, who is a known choreographer. He danced with Alvin Ailey, and most recently he choreographed Motown the Musical. So this show is going to be great. We have a great lineup. We're looking at actors like Mr. Darren Henson from the TV show Soul Food and Mr. Carl Payne from the Martin Lawrence show. And we're right now trying to finalize with Mr. Brian White from Scandal. And this will be the first time since the movie Stump the Yard that Mr. Darren Henson and Mr. Brian White have been on a project together. So this is just going to be something very amazing. One Harlem Night will also feature Miss Kimmy Horn, who is the granddaughter of legendary Lena Horne, and also national jazz artist Alexander Zonjic. So this show is going to be a must-see, And I have to put this out there. The show title is One Harlem Night, not to be confused with the movie Harlem Nights. So I get a lot of people asking me, is it related any kind of way? And it is not. It is a 1920 show with drama and comedy. It is great, but it has nothing to do with the movie storyline. But it's going to be amazing.
All right, so something for us to be able to look forward to. Make sure you are heading over to Facebook to stay connected with the updates for One Harlem Night. You'll see the promotion that's already starting there on the Facebook page. Sherry, is the Facebook page, is that the best place for people to stay connected, or is there another place you'd like to send people?
Yes. If you want more information about the show, you can go to our website, www.sherryhendersonent.com.
All right.
So you can go there. Yes, they can get information on the show. They can buy tickets there, or like you say, they can look at the Facebook page as well.
Awesome. Well, Sherry, congratulations to you, and thank you so much for the time today. I really appreciate you stopping by, and it goes without saying, you're welcome back here anytime. Looking forward to having you back.
Oh, that is great, Cyrus. I look forward to coming back. Maybe as we get closer to the show, we can talk about it some more.
Sounds like a plan. You got a date.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. If you all came in late, you missed part of the conversation with Sherry, don't worry. Thanks to our online friends, you all can catch the replay right after we go off the air. The link is already available to our social media sites. So head over to Facebook.com/Cyrus Webb or go over to Twitter.com/Cyrus Webb. If you click on the link there, you can listen to the show completely for free and share it with your friends from there too. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Make sure you take out time to enjoy some good music as well as a great book. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live today. You all make it a great one.